Good evening, everyone. It's Friday night. It's 8 p.m. Well, almost. It's 7:52. I finished working an hour ago. More than an hour ago. Finished working was 6:15. I had to go back to work because I forgot to take my hours and some other tools. So I was discussing this morning about the job interview I was going to go. And probably wondering, well, tell us, how did it went? Did you get the job? Well, I don't know if I got the job because I turned it down. After the interview with the human resource guy, he gave me to the foreman. So the foreman showed me around the shop, which the shop was just awesome. It was very clean, it was very new, everything was there. Nothing to say at all. Everything was just awesome. It's an awesome place to work. But one thing that turned me down was the distance from home. It's 30 minutes from there to my home. While when I go to my job right now, it's 12 to 15 minutes. So that right there didn't motivate me very much to do the job, to want this job. Doesn't even matter the salary. And then when I was talking with the foreman, at one point I say something, and that's just that I noticed in his attitude the interview was over. He was guiding me toward the exit. So that left me with the impression that he didn't like what I say. And then what I say exactly is that I checked the website, many websites yesterday, to see what was the ex-employee review of that place. It wasn't so good. Of over 120 review, about 75 of them were negative. So you can see that the management is run by millennials. There isn't that many old people or experienced people in charge. So that right there shows you how it runs. And what the people said is that this place was basically run just like Nodler. So I wasn't impressed at all. So today, during the day, I wrote an email to the human resource guy, and I told him I'll pass. Not interested. The guy did not even write me back to ask me why or what was my opinion of the place. That shows you that they're very self-centered. They don't even want to know what they can do next time to improve the situation. The guy was asking me a lot of questions, and he wanted to know a lot of things about me. But I say, in my mind, I'm telling myself, it's not only about me, it's also about you guys. The place looks nice, all of this, very attractive, doesn't mean I'm going to be happy. And when I look at the job and everything that they had to do and everything, at one point I told myself, after 2 months, I'm going to be bored my mind off. That's the thing with me, is the job has to be stimulating. I need problems, I need challenge, and it has to stimulate me. If the job doesn't stimulate me, I am not interested in doing it whatsoever. Last year, One guy, one of my customers wanted me to do LED lights for his wardrobes. I was not interested in doing it. I wanted to do it with him. He insisted, he pushed. He put the money in my mouth. So I did the job the way I feel like I do it. I'm a car guy. I don't do architectural or design or fashion things. I'm a car guy. LED lights is mounted, there's a wire, and then there's a switch and there's a power. He didn't like that at all. He liked everything else, but he didn't like that at all. So he told me like my note was 80% out of 100. So for me that wasn't so bad because it was my first time I was doing such an extensive job. And for the amount of work I did and everything else I had to buy, I didn't make that much profit on the work. So during the winter, I went there back and forth a few times to fix some issue he didn't like. And this guy, he's a good manipulator. And I didn't like that at all. I don't like to be forced to do something. In fact, nobody liked that. And I say, during the summer, I'll make more money. I'll be able to pay the parts that we need to finish the job. So around June, I text him. I say, call me when you have the time. We'll finish the job. June, July, August, September, October. 5 months went by. No call. He texted me back last Sunday asking me to finish this. So I wrote him a story that my back was hurting, which is. And I didn't do any work this summer because I didn't want to carry out my shit from one place to the others. Which is true. There wasn't that much work this summer. I didn't feel like doing that much, so I didn't take it. So I told him I closed my business. I lost the job I had, and I had to find something else that was much worse. But at least there was no physical work involved. So he empathized on that side. I told him I would find someone else to do the job, which is going to be very difficult because nobody wants to work for him, especially if somebody has to start over everything. Most of what I did still works. I have no doubt about this. But me personally, I'm not gonna set foot there. This place is cursed. His freaking house is cursed. I am just getting my spiritual energy and my karmic energy is just getting properly realigned in a positive manner, that I'm starting to have better luck. And I'm starting to be a little bit more happier, and my life is getting better. So I don't want to go back there and fuck things up again. It's the same thing with my black friend, the barber guy, which is with his LED inside the car, inside the wheel. He bought a system that are these aluminum rings with LEDs around it, and they fit around the brake, the disc brake. They're mounted on the heat shield behind the disc brake. And this summer, one of it fell off and got bended. So he went to see upon my suggestion, he went to see a guy and made a ring and got it welded. And it was pretty nice to do it. The ring was very nice. It was very well done. My job was to take off all the 4 LED strips and reinstall them on the new one, on the 4 wheels and the new one. So I did exactly that. But he wasn't happy with the size of the original one. He said it was too close to the rim, which was barely noticeable. And I told him basically to fuck off. I said, you pay me to do the job, I did the job. I don't care about the rest. It's like you forced me to do the job when I told you twice I didn't have the time or energy, and then you bug me until I buckle and did it when I needed money, and then like you complain again. So I told you to. I basically told them to go and like fuck off, okay? I have enough. I have enough, and with my work and everything else, I don't need you anymore. So either you find someone else to do your work in the future, or you organize yourself better. If you're wondering, this is strawberry strawberry milk, which is pretty good. This thing has been on the market for 8 years almost, and the taste just improved. Every year the taste improves. It's pretty good. So anyway, long story short, now I go drop his stuff the other day because my basement got flooded, and then he called me back a few moments after, and I didn't feel like answering, but I did anyways. And then he say, you think we can finish the work? And then I say, if it's nice this weekend, we will finish the work. If not, we'll do it next year. So he didn't complain because he finally grasped the concept that you don't force my hand. I'm tired of that. So right now, tonight it's -1 Celsius, and I bet that tomorrow it's going to be just even colder. So there's no way in hell I'm going to do it outside in the cold. The parts are going to break apart. I need proper condition to work outside, and his stuff is going to be so cold it's going to break apart. So when I reach home, I'm going to have to text him and tell him that if it's not 15-20 degrees Celsius tomorrow, there's no work that's going to be done. I already have to do my tires in the cold, so like there's no way that this project's going to see the end. It's going to be next year. All this to resume in short that when you want to cleanse yourself of all the negative energy and surround yourself with positive force and positive people, you need to do a cleansing. You need to cleanse yourself from all the negative things in your life. Toxic behavior, toxic people that surround you, and negative people that say negative things about you. You need to detach yourself from them until you reach a point where your energy is getting realigned better to provide you with more positive event. And this is something that happened to me recently when one of my best friends that I haven't talked to in 4 years, because I left him alone to experience his own thing and find himself better, and he did just that. And coming back into my life, that was a positive time because we both need to go outside and live a little bit, enjoy whatever little money we have, and breathe better. You know, go outside, not stop being stuck inside all weekend and poison ourselves with being enclosed in our apartment all the weekend. You know, I told him that every Sunday, if we can, we'll go out and do something. We'll go out for a car ride, we'll go out to the flea market, we'll go out to see a show, but every weekend we'll try to organize ourselves to go out and have some fun. It's going to be a change of pace in our life, and it's going to be positive things. And 2 weeks ago, we dragged with my other best friend, and he was very, on that day, he got a lot of his chest because this guy has a lot of frustration, and us taking him along with us made him talk more and express himself, because he doesn't have a wife or somebody else to talk to all the times and get the load off his back. that's a lot of people's problem, that they don't have people that they can talk to and unwind and release the pressure and talk about what's going on in their life. And I have a lot of friends I haven't seen in weeks and months that usually we do that together. We talk about our lives, we talk about our things, how our things are evolving, are getting more positives. So, in life, you have to be at one point a positive influence for people. Even if it's just you're walking into a market or a store and then you see some people looking at something, and then you make a positive comment and they say like, oh wow, that's a good idea, thank you, we'll use your idea, that's a good input. Or you give advice because you experience this and you use that every day. You give advice about things and people like to take it and they're very happy with it. So every day, even if it's opening the door to someone with a big smile on your face and saying hello to somebody that has a grin on their face and change their moods, that's at one point in your life, you have to spread something positive to people, and you will see that the world will become a better place around you. It's going to be less of a toxic environment and become more of a positive environment. For me, I try to do that on the road, to be as most patient with people as I can and to be as courteous as I can, to be not the one stressed on the road. That if I can stop the traffic and let someone pass because they're doing a maneuver, instead of being stressful around them and yell and honk, then I'll try to be my best at that. And I wish that for my family I would do that more often. I do that with my mom very often, as much as I can, and I try to do that with my friend as well. I talk with my dad like at least once per week, or twice, like once or twice, like per 2 weeks. I try to get in touch with my dad as often as I can because I don't get to see him very often. He lives far, and it's $30-40 of gas to go there and come back. And at the price of gas here, it's very expensive. You can't just go around and gamble and drive around as much as you want and waste your gas. The gas is $1.23 right now, which a full tank of gas tonight just cost me $64. And I usually, when I was paid every week, I usually fill up my car every week to make sure that it's $20 every week. Now I have to fill up my car every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks it's like cost me around $65-70, because this car has a used gas tank. It can do a lot of mileage if you're doing highway only. It would be an excellent travel car. So anyway, that's getting very, very long. I'm gonna wish you guys a good weekend, and take good care of yourself, and try to be a positive influence on people as much as you can. If we can make this world a better place on one smile at a time, let's try that. Bye everyone.